Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Squee-El's gaming channel. Today we are playing Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. I'm playing this game on PC Game Pass. I was trying to hold out and play this game on consoles, but the release has been delayed several times, and now it's delayed indefinitely, and I kind of ran out of patience. My lady was able to get Game Pass for $1 because she hasn't done that promotion before, so I caved and figured I'd play this game on PC, and we'll see where it's at currently. I am, however, using an Xbox controller. I've just got that plugged into the computer, so I'm still going to be kind of playing with console controls, basically. And I only plan to do 1 or 2 videos for this game. It just depends on how much content I can get crammed into today's video, but I've got a couple of the games coming up, like Hogwarts Legacy and Wanted Dead, where I'm also going to do 2 or 3 part video series, which is kind of my average videos series per game that I like. Some games I try out once and then I'm done. A couple games I just do random clips for, and then there's games where I do full series for, and the next games to expect that from are Horizon, the Burning Shores DLC in April, and also in April, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I'm going to be doing full gameplay series for those, but these games are just going to get some clips. But we've already got a bunch of games kind of already coming out swinging heavy in gaming this year for 2023, and we're only 2 months in, so I've already kind of got a backlog of games to play, and on top of a bunch of other things going on, so that's another reason why I haven't been able to do full videos for as many of the games. But now that you guys are kind of just caught up on my little routine ramble, we're going to just sort of dive into the gameplay now. I just wanted to let you guys know what the plan was for the next couple videos, but it's pretty much throwing us right into it here. We've got our 4 classes. I've already done a little bit of research, and I've got 2 of them I'm eyeing. This guy is one of the first ones I think they showed. He's kind of your tanky character. He's got dash moves, a grenade launcher. I think he can use shields. Those are like his unique weapons. Not really for me. There's the Psyker, which this is the character I'm going to be using in today's video. This is kind of a magic class, if you will. Seems like it would play a little similar to the class that I used in Vermintide, which is a game that was very much like this. Took place in the Warhammer universe, but with rats instead of whatever we got going on here. But I'm going to be maining this class, and that's what I'm going to use today. We've also got the Zealot here, which I think is the other class I'm kind of interested in. They sort of seem to specialize in using like the little swords she's got there, like melee weapons, and they are sort of a balanced class. And then we've got the Sharpshooter, which has also kind of seemed like a cool class, but this is definitely your more like kind of straight up gunner class. Like they specialize in assault rifles. I think they have frag grenades. Like if you go here, well, any class, you can show their details. And over there on the side, it'll kind of sum up the class for you. They've got their main ability there, couple passives and whatnot, and then usually you have a secondary ability, like the stun grenade for this character. And then every character has like an aura, something that they offer their whole team if they're close together. So like where this character, the Preacher, has a damage reduction to allies nearby, and then you can see their unique weapons. So that's how I knew, what kind of weapons the characters are going to be using. I already glanced at some of this, but we got 2-handed chain swords and like flamethrower type weapons for the Preacher. So that's going to definitely be a secondary class for me. I'll try to maybe get some gameplay of that in today, depending on how long the missions are, or I will have a follow-up video featuring the Zealot. And I'm probably going to make a female Zealot and a male Psychic. But quick glance at the Psyker, I'm sorry, Psyker, whatever. But over here looking at their abilities, he's got this like Wrath ability, which I'll have to test that out to really kind of see how it is. You're basically going to be popping enemies' heads with one of your skills that you have, because I can't remember, I think it's the Warp Siphon there, yeah. Tells you the Brain Burst, you get warp charges, which increase your overall damage, so that's going to probably be very useful since this class is going to be my main, and the magic class in these games is definitely going to be more of a glass cannon. I'm going to be dealing high damage, but I'm going to be a little vulnerable, so I'm going to have to watch myself. But that's who I'm going with. You kind of get to create a backstory for your character. I'm not really going to go through all of these just because it's kind of a lot of reading. I'll leave that to you guys to try the game and check it out and look into it a little bit more and see what you want to go with. I've already sort of made my decisions, at least for my main character, by glancing through this before I started the video. And this is gonna be my home world, an asteroid that was formerly the most famous fortress world. Its fall marked the beginning of the era Indomitus, the Dark Imperium, if I'm saying all that right. So I'm from a fortress asteroid. I decided my background was going to be, or my childhood was going to be a defender. The childhood stories weren't as exciting to go through. Then you have a growing up story, which I kind of was torn between isolated and outcast, but kind of sort of the same concept in terms of like your walk of life. But I'm going with outcast, which as a psyker you're known as like also a mutant or a witch. And in such an atmosphere, any who sow even minor, inexplicable malady are avoided like a plague, or even ostracized by their communities. So pretty much, I guess, as opposed to being isolated and outcast as someone who's forced to be isolated. Then you have your defining moment, which this one I believe I went with Psychic Awakening because it kind of made sense for my character. Psykers are mutants who use their minds to draw power from the warp to perform supernatural feats. Many are blissfully unaware of their power within until they experience a psychic awakening, after which they are often shunned from society or even hunted by the Scholastia Psychana. I don't even know if I'm saying some of this Warhammer stuff right, but yeah, the Psychic Awakening sound cool, so I went with that. And then you get to your character here. You choose male or female, regardless of which class you go with, so that's cool. I'm going to have one of each. And then you do get some light customization options. It's not the most in-depth character creator ever, but you do get a few options, so if you like kind of having your own character, you do get various different options. I don't always mess with these too hardcore, especially in a first-person shooter game like this where you're not even going to see your character a whole lot, so I'm not super picky with what I go with. I guess just as long as it's not too goofy. Sometimes I like goofy, but I think I know what kind of hairstyle I'm going to go with. They don't have any like white eyes, which is unfortunate, so I'm just going to go with some green ones. Now, the hairstyles, I know they don't have much, but I believe they do have like where is it? A Heihachi, I think that's how you say his name, from Tekken style hair or something, yeah. So yeah, that'll be a Psyker with some wild hair. And you have a few hair colors. Again, nothing really like crazy, but I guess I'll go with the, maybe not gray, but more of like a white. I have one green eye, so I guess he has like one blind eye. That's actually kind of interesting. I might leave it like that. And he's got some scars already. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much just going to take him like that. I'm not too worried about it. And then you can give him a voice. Whether you choose male or female, each has 3 different kinds of voices. So I'm just going to play the male ones here.
I've dreamed many dreams before, but never like this. They're normally nicer.
I should have known the Enforcers would not tolerate me forever.
It seems that no matter how low I set my expectations, it can always get worse. A lifetime
I'm kind of torn
spent...
I
between the
should have
second one and
known
the
the
third one.
Enforcers would not tolerate me forever.
That one sounds more awesome.
It seems that no matter how
But this
low
one kind
I
of just
set
seems
my
like it suits my weird
expectations,
little
it can
whatever I'm going for
always
with the
get
face and
worse.
everything there, the hair.
A lifetime
I'm
spent
gonna
in
just do it. It's a little goofier. And then this is just kind of your starting color of your outfit. I mainly want the green, but each one, as with most of your stuff, comes with a little backstory. It's your sentence because we're starting this game off as a prisoner, apparently. And you're going to get sent into some chaotic world, kind of like the Suicide Squad, I guess. But the game has a little bit of a story to it, but it's kind of one of those like Left 4 Dead type games, Back 4 Blood. It's like Vermintide, if you've played any of those. So it doesn't have like a deep story, but I think there is a little bit of a story there. I am curious to know a little bit about this world and whatnot, and how it all came to be. Now, I think at this point, since I'm playing on PC, I can't use the controller, so I have to type in a name. So I think I'm just gonna do something silly. Cypher. I don't know if that's how I would want to spell that. But so you create your operative, and then you do have to play the prologue before you start the actual game. Now I know this is kind of a game in progress, so they're probably adding more content. I believe even as I'm creating this video, I think they already have another patch coming out real soon that's going to tweak some of the crafting or something. I'm not exactly sure. So the load times are still a little ugly for this game, I won't even lie. I skipped through it for you
Prisoners all
guys,
secure,
but
ma'am.
that took a minute.
I'll
But
check for
I
myself
expect
if you don't
there's
mind.
still
Of course,
definitely
ma'am.
some
But
issues
do be
with this
wary.
game in addition to its
Every one
Xbox
of them's
delay.
a filthy heretic.
So I'm just gonna have to be a little patient with it if I really want to play it, because we're gonna probably run into a
That
bug or
one
two at some
certainly
point
is.
at least. Something in
Keep
need
him
of an
intact.
update.
No accidents.
But like I
My
said, there is
master
an
wants
update
to interrogate
coming,
him
but
as
it's
soon
gonna
as we
probably
reach
take
the
several
hive.
Of
updates.
course,
I think this
man.
game doesn't even have all the
On
content
my
yet. I'm
life.
not 100% sure. We'll find out, I suppose, in today's video.
This one, however,
Makes you
Yeah, so
wonder
you're in
why
this
we
prison
even bother.
here. So you get like a little
shipping
intro
trash
story
like
for
that.
sure, but after that, I don't know how much more story
Save
there's
a
going
lot
to
of
be.
data
other
slate
than
work
character
just to
dialogue
process the
and boss
execution
fights.
notice now.
We'll see.
what do you say, criminal?
I'm thinking
Shall I
of this
put you
game a
out of
lot
your
in
misery?
terms of how Vermintide 1 and 2 were,
ours.
since this is kind of the next game from
Be
that
quiet.
same developer, Fat Shark,
Well,
and it's a similar
Nothing
type
to
game,
say?
you know, Left 4 Dead
This
style,
is
going
a
up against
mistake.
hordes of enemies with your
I am
squad
a
of
loyal
teams,
servant of the Swarm.
various classes. and
But of
whatnot.
course, I'll just let you out now then.
These are the kind of first-person
Shame you'll never
shooters I
get to
prefer to
prove
play
that.
too. I feel like the first-person shooter market's heavily oversaturated lately with games, so
Boarded!
I'm a lot more picky with the FPSs I play nowadays. But I still kind of like good old fun ones like this. When you get into it here, you'll see what I mean. It's just kind of sort of simple in a good way. But it also looks like the gameplay just enough to where it's not like a game of Call of Duty or Halo. I guess I'm just not as much into competitive videos on a co-op game for sure. Which is why I'm so bummed about this game not being on consoles, because this was meant to be a game I was actually going to be playing with a specific buddy.
We have a way out.
Since the wait is, we don't know how long it's going to be.
What do we do about
Just
that
got to
one?
cave and play it separately on
The
PC.
boxes will be here to feed
If
soon
you want to
enough.
play it. I mean, that's assuming maybe you might have to wait another 6 months or so. Maybe sooner. We'll see. Hopefully they'll update us soon on that, on how it's going with Xbox. But I think right now they're just trying to prioritize stability and making sure it's up to par on PC, which I can't really blame them for. I know there wasn't a whole lot of communication until recently on the game, so that's another reason why I kind of waited to play it. So I'm sort of at a weird point in time here for this game, because I'm playing a little after a lot of the people that would have played it at launch got into it, but I'm still playing it before the Xbox community because I finally caved and joined the PC community on this one. So it's starting me with a little shovel here. I don't think that my character typically uses a shovel, so yeah, this being the prologue, definitely have to do at least 2 or 3 missions so I can show you guys the 2 characters I want to use, and after we get out of the prologue here, I'll probably actually have what my weapons are supposed to be for this character, which is like a staff, I believe, and then I forget the other one is a sword of some kind. But that's just like how the character was in Vermintide that I used to use. It was the Flame Sorceress. Any of you that have played in either of the Vermintide games, but she was in both of them. I forget what her name was. I think it started with an S. Scylla or something. I may be wrong. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, she was really cool. She had all fire abilities, whereas the Psyker in this game, from what gameplay I've seen, is going to have sort of a different type of magic. The way they describe it is like him being able to warp various different parts of reality, but it kind of looked like slightly psychic powers. I mean, he's called the Psyker. But then there was also another ability or two that kind of seemed a little different than that. So he looks like he might have a little bit more variety. I'm hoping that they do the magic well in this game. All the classes look pretty good. There's only 4 as opposed to Vermintide actually had 5, I believe, at launch. 5 classes. Not counting all the little subclasses and stuff that they added in Vermintide too. So I mean, even if you have played a little bit of Vermintide, this already feels right at home. It's kind of just how the enemies work, and it has like the AI, and even sort of how the damage responses are. Like the enemies actually respond when you hit them, like with your melee weapon, as you saw. It's pretty brutal combat, even if it is a lot of the same from Vermintide. That's pretty much what I expected. It's like just a different sort of. It's still Warhammer, but in a way different setting. Totally different planet. So it's a nice reskin to get some more of that type of gameplay. I play pretty much all those types of games, as you guys have probably seen. Playing the World War Z update recently, playing the Back 4 Blood DLCs for this game. And I'm still planning on playing Redfall later this year. That'll be another game that I'll probably do a little bit of content on. I believe that game is currently planned for May. And that'll be on Game Pass, assuming it doesn't get delayed. Not sure if I can trust these soldiers or not. I mean, they're not shooting me. So I'm wondering, I guess, I thought I was maybe getting sent in, but I guess maybe this prison that we were in is actually on this crazy planet. It seems like, as you would expect, it's going down. So we're getting wrapped up in this conflict and a little bit differently than what I thought. I guess it's throwing a couple of the different enemy types at you that you'll come across as you play the various different missions in the game. Make our way across the city.
Maybe that elevator still works.
My character has such a ridiculous voice, but it's kind of growing for me. You know, I get my magic. I like smacking people, but I came to sling some spells. Interesting little console. Cutscene. Gonna have like a boss character or something we're gonna be hunting throughout the game here.
Great. You come for blood too, criminal? You said you were a loyal servant of the throne.
I did.
Then prove it.
So I got our first gun, and I kind of like it. It's an assault rifle of sorts. It's got quite the kick to it, so it's definitely probably not going to be my favorite assault rifle. Yeah, I guess you come up against hordes of both ranged and like melee weapons in this one.
I'm giving you a chance.
Got a little
Cross me
AI
and you're
on me
dead.
here.
You understand, criminal?
You were
You
very
can switch back to your little shovel if you like. Just got a little pistol. Whoop. That guy almost got the drop on me. But yeah, that's the best way for it to do it, is to mix up ranged and melee type enemies, hit you with them both at once. Keep you on your toes.
Understood.
Go to the hangar. Alright. guess we're getting out of here. At some point, you're gonna have to group up with some other people. It can't just be you and me. I'm not sure where the hangar region is. I think that's where I came from. I don't remember. I'm just gonna go up the stairs over here. Check out what's up with the Uphios. Because why not? Even if that's not where I need to go. I haven't been up here yet. There's enemies up here. That's always a good sign. I'm not sure if they give you actual markers. Like I have an obvious objective that isn't there.
You're actually not
Maps
bad
in these
at
types
this.
of games generally aren't
Panic
too hard
and
to figure out,
adrenaline.
but
That's all.
sometimes you can get a little turned around without any kind of marker. You have to retrace your steps if you get lost, and that's all cool. What's going on here?
Come on!
Is that our way out? I mean, that's cool. That's fine. He's gonna go. Let's get to get over there somehow. Yeah, see there's I just miss over and over again. We all know I'm no marksman, so a gun with this much kick is not ideal for me. But if I had my magic staff, I wouldn't need a gun. My range would be spells. Alright, so I feel like there's gonna be like one more encounter. No way it's this easy. Oh hey, it's some other classes.
Susie, get us the hell out of here!
Stand by, Zola. The guidance is out. I need a minute to recalibrate.
So you gotta recalibrate right here. You can't just like fly us out of here and recalibrate whenever we fly
Great.
somewhere safe.
Let's give them a welcome they won't survive!
Still just being well.
More of them coming in!
Yeah, I guess you guys can see a little bit of the gameplay too. I believe one perk about the new guy there is, or one thing that's hard to deny, is that apparently when he's doing live, like doing lives, he can do it uninterrupted. So that sounds like a nice area. So it might be nice to have the team. Does like extra damage.
Yes, there it is.
Have to check it out. Let me know in the comments which class you guys will be using and which one's your favorite. If you got a secondary class that you're interested in using as well. Happy to hear those thoughts. Check out that little horde.
Susie, you done any time soon?
Still alive out there. Guidance is decent, so we're out of here.
Just gonna leave this guy crawling around. Oh, there you go.
Well, you coming or not? You helped me. Maybe I can help you. No promises. Probably wind up dead.
I was dead anyway.
Very poetic. Just don't tell anyone I let an escaped prisoner save my life. You'll be more than dead.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, so we got a little town of sorts here. Or I guess we're on this other ship that we escaped to. What is this? Strategium. Oh, I gotta go talk to her. I guess that time we did have a little marker.
Ah, so the next step.
Is this kind of no-oper the best we can recruit these days?
This one could be useful. Claims to be a loyal servant of the throne.
Sounds great.
This...
I'm Sergeant Major Morrow. You're fresh meat. Mission briefings come through me. Let's see what you can do.
All right. Get to the Psycarnium.
So far, so good. Next up, you're to report to Stephanie at the Psycarnium for additional training.
So,
Take my advice.
okay.
Don't stare. She doesn't like
I
it.
can't sprint at least around here.
You must be the new recruit Explicator Zola spoke of. If I'm honest, and I am seldom otherwise, I am not impressed. No wonder she recommended you for further training. Once
This is
you are
really cool
shackled
right
to my
here.
glorious
Little
Psycarnium,
hologram of the city.
I will mentor you in the skills and
that I
operative
guess we'll
needs to
be,
survive.
chipping away at throughout
One
this main
assumes you
campaign
do
here.
want to survive.
Kind of wanted to
Have
just
no
lightly
fear.
check this area out
My
before we
psychic
moved on the
conjurations
story.
cannot kill you, though they may leave
Which it seems
persistent
like there's a couple
feelings of
things here.
inadequacy.
Can't interact with any of it yet though, so I'm sure it'll tell me about it. But let's go ahead and do what they want now. We got a light little glance at the halls that are going to kind of be our little home base here. I guess this is going to kind of be like what the castle was in Vermintide.
What training do you seek?
I guess basic training, whatever the guy wants me to do. You get a pistol and a sword for this one.
Oh, welcome to the Psycarnium, little one. Let's make a soldier of you. You can chain light or heavy attacks in any order. Chained attacks have different angles of attack and damage properties.
Oh yeah, you can hold, which you could do that in Vermintide too, so that's cool. I'm surprised it didn't occur to me to do this in the little prologue earlier, honestly.
Some weapons have a powerful special attack. Others have a special ability that changes their next attack.
Oh, that's cool. Sword. Yeah, that's definitely got to be a Psyker thing. My class.
Pushing can stagger groups of enemies.
Yeah, you can block.
Pushing requires stamina.
Yeah, you can do that mainly if you need to clear some space around you. If you're getting
Psykers
surrounded by a
always
horde
have
of enemies.
access to psychic
You don't
abilities
want to
in
take too much
combat.
damage.
Psychic abilities build peril. Too much peril is lethal. Meditate
Oh
to
yeah, so you got
quell
your peril in this one. That's similar to how the mage was in Vermintide too. It's a trade-off. You had to try and not kill yourself with your own magic by going too crazy. But so I got Blitz, which is where I lock psychic power. I guess he's the big guy there. Feels like I'm like now I got peril. So yeah. Hold X. Oh yes. Peril.
Use your combat ability to unleash a shockwave that knocks enemies back and removes all peril.
Oh, there we go. That's cool. That's what I was hoping to see.
Dodging allows you to evade range fire and melee attacks. Melee attacks cannot be dodged if you have a ranged weapon active.
Strafing's cool.
Enemy
It doesn't
attacks
always occur to me as
initially
much
damage your
to use
toughness.
in like a first-person
Once your
shooter, but I
toughness
still
is
appreciate
broken, they damage your
any chance to
health.
dodge, especially over like
Additionally,
blocking
enemy
or
attacks will
parrying or
stagger
whatever.
and
I'm always
stun
more
you
of
if
an
you
evasive
have no
type of player.
toughness.
Have toughness broken and take health damage. I'm just supposed to let him shoot me. Gotcha. This is some tutorial.
Killing enemies in melee replenishes toughness. Each nearby teammate also grants toughness regeneration.
Yes. Group up with your team. It's always good to stick together. That's what they'll want to definitely be teaching you in the game, because every class has
marks
their
the
own
end of
aura
basic
ability, like I was
training.
mentioning earlier. So,
You are now ready to serve.
but those are the
Should you
basic
wish to
basics.
further hone your knowledge,
I'm gonna go ahead and
you can
leave. I don't want to really do any more of the tutorial than it requires of me right now. So I did have. I mean, I was in a loading screen, so I was gonna chop it out anyway. But I did have a little crash there, my first crash already. But I can deal with something like that. The game has been performing okay so far overall. But I'm just going to continue the narrative here. Let's keep going with what they want me to do. I might have to go and switch in the options to where it change the toggle of my sprint or whatever, so I can... because it seems like you have to hold it to sprint, at least with the controller. But I would like it to where I just tap it and then he just sprints.
I am Grendel. It is my honor to serve the God Emperor of mankind and fight the darkness that contaminates the Imperium.
Oh, this is a
supreme
character.
power of the Holy Inquisition is mine to wield. Who am I? I'm a warrior. The hive world of Atoma Prime is a vital stronghold of Imperial power. No matter the darkness, no matter the racking storms of space, Atoma Prime must stand resolute. But a threat has come. The very darkness I am sworn to deny.
Okay, so we're finally actually getting into the story of the city itself, which is kind of what I was wondering. Like, it's like, how are we gonna get this going? This prologue is actually longer than I expected.
Chaos is the arch enemy of mankind. It is the damnation of the warp. It is everything I am sworn to oppose. Who am I? I'm a warrior! It can only be cast out by the light of the throne and the scourging touch of flames. Who am I? I'm a warrior! As an instrument of the Inquisition, and no matter the risk to body and soul, I will purge the hive from top to bottom, and cut out every scrap of darkness I find. Who am I? I'm a warrior!
Alright, well that was all very motivating.
The Inquisitor clearly thinks you have what it takes. And as you've come through all that unscathed, Tertium shouldn't hold too many terrors for you.
So we got something else we can look at here. Penances. Unfold category? Fold category? Oh, okay, wow. So it's got a bunch of challenges for each different class. Challenges for killing certain enemies, doing missions. Let's look at the missions. Oh, I see. There's various types of objectives, I guess, to mix up some of the repetition of just the grind of killing enemies. Makes sense. Looks like we've maybe got some other players running around. So now that I guess I'm through the prologue, you kind of got like a live lobby here, which is interesting. I didn't know Darktide featured such a thing. But you got your mission terminal here, which is how we would start accessing missions. And then I guess there may be a couple other things around the base to explore now. I don't know if there's like a room or something to access your class. I know you can change classes from the main menu, so if I backed out of this, but we'll do that after I complete a mission. You got your pause menu. So I guess, yeah, this is how you look at like your loadout, your equipment, your cosmetics. You can change how you look. Eventually I'm gonna look all like Psyker like. I know, like I said, they're gonna change the gear in this game very soon, so anything that I'm showing in this video is pretty much subject to change, as the game is actually still ongoing a lot of different changes. So maybe another reason for me to do a follow-up video later, either way, just as the game progresses and changes, maybe adds more content. I mean, aside from them adding a bunch of more content to complete the game, I'm sure they'll have DLC for the long haul of this game. You do get a small skill tree. Looks like a lot of passive stuff. But there's obviously certain things I'll prioritize, like this right here. Just being able to store more warp charges automatically sounds pretty useful. Anything that'll help me reduce my peril, so I won't be dying a bunch. Movement speed's not reduced while cooling off. That's actually really useful. But yeah, just kind of looking roughly through his skill tree. I'm gonna take a better glance at all this stuff later, but I just wanted to access it, show you guys where it's at as I figure it out myself here. You can't access the penances right here, so I guess you also can, what the stuff I'm doing here are probably the other things that you would find around the base. So like I said, I'll leave you guys to find out where those little terminals are. Oh, and you can actually change operative right here on the spot, so I'm definitely going to make the second class like I mentioned and change earlier. But let's look at the mission terminal. Looks like there's about 12 missions, and there's a global condition. So let's see what some of this is here. Quick play, obvious. That's pretty obvious. You just team up with a bunch of random people and start playing. You've got your difficulties over here you can change. Typically I'd want to be playing on the third difficulty, but I guess you have to unlock those, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start on the second one, and hopefully I don't get completely wrecked. A lot of the missions are obviously locked for me right now. You need trust level 3, I guess, is what I'm shooting for, so I can unlock certain missions. But I've got access to the smelter complex here, in this vault. I'm assuming maybe some of the missions cycle out too, like some of them seem to be unlocked for a certain amount of time here. Yeah, see that there's a little timer, or maybe the objectives just changes. I don't know, we'll find out, I suppose. But I've got like 4 different things going on here with varying difficulties. So smelters, a vault, whatever that is, and some kind of majestic looking silo. I think I might do the silo just because that picture kind of grabs me. But we'll play the game, or select it, whatever. And then hit X to play it. Now, I'm assuming at this point, like I said, you can roll with bots, so I'm sure there's a way to make a private game. I should have showed you guys that, but it's there, I'm sure. But I don't know if you don't have a full team of players to it, we'll probably also replace a couple vacancies with bots. But we're just gonna stare at each other here a little bit for this loading screen, I guess, and then get to it. Alright, here we go. think it took a little minute or two longer to load me in. It looks like this guy's already ahead, and I've got one other player and 2 bots. So the bots just kind of follow up really whoever. So since he's way up ahead, he's got the bots with him. So I got to catch up because I'm not 100% sure what type of special enemies this game is going to have, because I'm sure, as is tradition with these types of games, there's usually like an enemy type or 2 that can pin you or snatch you or something to where you need an ally to rescue you. I'm going to get my little cursor out of the way here since I am playing on PC. I don't know if that annoys anyone to have it just sitting there. Okay, here's some chaos. I'm gonna go ahead and test friendly fire out, I guess, because we're gonna all be... Oh, hey, here's somebody right here that can pin me. It's like a grabber kind of.
The only answer to this profane life.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like friendly fire is a thing, so that's very good. And I was just trying to test it on that bot. And I do get this pitiful little pistol that the lady was using in the last little prologue mission, so not as thrilled to use this. Definitely, like I said, you're going to have to acquire gear just like your outfit. You do have to get weapons for your character, at least that's how the game is currently. Which Vermintide was a little bit of the same way, too. Yeah, see, this guy's my same class, and he's already got a staff, so that's what I'm aiming for. That guy's already dead. I'm shooting at a corpse. This pistol's alright. I do like the kind of futuristic type weapons in games generally more than traditional weapons. Laser type weapons, laser assault rifles like this guy's got. Of course, pistol does not really seem to be the way to go. Explosive barrel, yeah. Now that's friendly fire damage. At least it didn't seem to be a whole lot. Oh, what's this guy? Little suicide enemy. So yeah, we're already getting a taste of the special types of enemies that this game can throw. And this guy's still going. Man. Don't mind me as I just take way too much damage. Maybe more damage than I should. It's my first outing with the game. Ammo, I guess that's useful if I want to keep rocking this sad little pistol. It'd be nice if I could find another weapon immediately, mainly just to replace the pistol. It's kind of cool. I don't hate it, but it definitely is already lacking in terms of damage. You can get grenades, so that's kind of cool, I suppose. That's only for certain classes, I think, though.
Do me a
and I'm
favor.
not one of them.
Keep your eggs
My
in
secondary
the
class
next
will have
fight.
grenades, though. They'll just be stun
After
grenades.
this, the only way is forward.
Sniper!
Sniper!
So yeah, we're kind of like in the city now. Just be taking on random missions in the city. I'm not sure of the level of completion for this game, and we'll have to see if it's like Vermintide, where you kind of complete the missions, or if it's going to be more maybe like Deep Rock Galactic, where there's not really so much mission completion as much as there's different mission types that you cycle through periodically, depending on what's going on in the game currently, like event-wise and whatnot, and then also what you need to do based on like the assignments it gives you to unlock certain things. But it seems like Darktide might be doing a little bit of both from what I saw so far. We'll have to confirm that by finishing a mission. Is this like a shop or something? A medical station? Oh, I guess I need that. Okay, that's useful.
I don't think we're getting in that way.
Got some over here in the chest. Nothing in it. Guess I could be trying to use my ability and whatnot too. Just for fun. So I've got the bots with me now. The guy's running ahead here. I guess I should go back him up. Spent all that time in the options and I forgot to see if I could toggle the sprint. This is a slightly dark game, so I guess keep that in mind if you guys have trouble like, seeing on your screens or however you're playing the game. Trying to brighten this up just a tad. There's a lot of dark corners. I don't think they give you a flashlight, not that I can tell.
I don't see how any of this speculation helps our current situation.
What is this, like a bomb or something? Oh, I got shot. Oh. Okay. Another guy that pinned me. Not gonna lie, that guy was kind of cool.
Excessive force
Something
override.
different.
What it is to be popular.
So I need to get used to the fact that I have to switch to my hands or whatever to actually use my magic. Are we just gonna hang out at the spawn there? Wait for enemies?
Grenade coming!
Oh. Whoa. Closed doors, that's cool.
Eliminate the bomber!
Bomber eliminated!
Go down where the guy is and try to
This
avoid burning
uniform
alive
itches,
here.
just can't get it sitting right.
Nothing wrong with that. Keeps you alert. No need for fancy
Yeah, I need that kind of stuff, but I need the staff to destroy some heads. Yeah, it's easier on the smaller grunts.
The warp stench of a demon host!
A well-equipped med station.
You're almost at the
Hey, I don't even think I need a med station this time. Grenades, no one needs grenades. So I guess I'll take it. I don't want to waste it.
Eyes open! I hear an hound!
Oh, Mauler. Oh man, like another little beast. I think I've gotten pinned about by everything you can. So at least we've gotten a little showcase of all the new special enemy types that was mentioned earlier. Okay, so it's like a lightning bolt. Oh, right bumper's the hand blast. Okay, it even just told me that before. I was in here like, how do I do that again? It showed me at the bottom of the screen there, how it reminded me. And of course now there's like no enemies around. Looks like this is what we're going for here.
Get ready for a fight!
Need a little group. Yeah, the peril takes a second to get used to, but once you get the hang of it, you start thinking about it more and actually managing it better.
Sniper sighted!
Guess I have no choice but to just for it after this part. I want to blast somebody.
All that pose.
They're all at a distance.
Get out!
So you can aim after all! They can hide their bodies, but not their minds!
Yeah, definitely need to switch my stuff to toggle. It's the same thing with crouch. I have to hold it. I'd rather just tap it, you know. Play style.
Engaging critical target! No end to them! Keep fighting!
Do they just like to split on? Oh, here we go, here we go. I wanted to blast something.
You are nothing!
No, that didn't even do much. Just kind of stunned them. Guess that's better for like, you know, if you're about to get thrown right. Well, that was fun.
Bomber neutralized!
Still feel like I should use the pistol. Distance. Funnel around. Was that guy turning into a zombie or something? He's glitching out. See, I figured there would be some guys coming outside eventually. Everybody on.
That knows heretic. Seems we'd do better to take back the turret.
Trust Tyrannic's plan. Everything in its own good time, he says.
You're impatient for something to change, I think.
I really don't understand the attraction of this place. It's a cage, nothing more.
Always gotta have a jolly old time to pass an elevator ride or loading screen or whatever. Do a little dance. Go and kill a horde. Alright, so we took an elevator, now we're down, looks like an even lower level of the city. Got like some slums, got the cool little thing over here that we saw the picture of. That's actually kind of awesome looking, not even I should probably pay attention, because like usual, we're probably about to get jumped. I think I can use that Psyker ability, at least the stun ability, without actually having to switch to... Yeah, without having to actually have my hands available. So that's cool. I only need my hands to pop the heads, which I'll probably do a lot less once I have a staff of some kind. You guys are like all range weapons, I mean. Yeah, maybe this wasn't the best strategy. I got those dinky little pistols. I got good flamethrower. Yeah, none of that. None of that, please. Alright, hopefully they took care of that hound I saw sneak through.
Out of this place. You'll see.
Alright, let me see real quick if I can toggle. Hold to crouch. See, it says on, but I want that off. And hold to sprint off. So I should be able to just crouch regular. There we go. Got the setting how I wanted. Ta-da. Now I just gotta catch up with that guy. Yeah, he moves. So it looks like he went that way. Now I could use a little health station, I guess. We'll probably find one. They don't seem like they're that uncommon. Haha! This might be one here. Yep. Sweet. Interesting. I don't know if I trust a thing like this with a bunch of needles, but... I guess you gotta do what you gotta do in this situation. You got no friends in this area.
No hope.
It's kind of a cool little environment. I was afraid that the environments might get a little too repetitive, but they definitely, much like Vermintide, they put a lot of love into like
that statue
just
seems
the maps,
out of place.
even if there are
Then again, so do we.
Definitely makes you feel like we're in this world, this messed up society that they got. Big guy. We got our tank like in it. Oh, and I was hoping that he would get Oh, he got his little pistol.
What do you think you're trying to do?
Jeez. Get him, guys. Run, clean, trying to get me. Should have expected very much. He's kind of brutal looking. I like him. He's cooler than some of the tanks they had in Vermintide for sure. Alright. Now we should be able to progress over there. I don't know how much it's worth to explore the maps completely in a game like this. I mean, I'm definitely always on the lookout for med stations or ammo, grenades, you know, random loot. They're pretty linear maps, so really you're supposed to just get through it, not get killed like I'm getting currently. Just got too far behind the team. Oh, he's running off. No, you don't. But yeah, you definitely, obviously, as you guys have seen, especially with me getting pinned alive, you gotta always try to have at least a teammate around, not just because of the aura buffs, but because you will need to get rescued. They don't really want you lone wolf into a game like this. It is built for co-op. But since there's so many of these games out there now like this, I think Back 4 Blood was definitely one of the recent ones that they had on Game Pass.
tolerate it
So,
for as long as
Aliens,
they
Fire
prove
Team,
useful.
World War Z,
To my
Left 4
mind,
Dead,
it is both amoral
Vermintide, all
and
those
short-sighted.
games. Like, I feel like if you're playing these types of games, you're no stranger to how this kind of goes anyway. You know what to expect.
Kill shot drills engaged! Ready to fire! He's dead! Oh, ain't that a beautiful
Leave me some ammo,
sight?
thanks. How generous. I really can't wait to get my hands on some magic. That's gonna be me and more in the follow-up video to this. I'm gonna be slinging some awesome spells. Medical crate? Does that mean I can heal? Yeah, I guess I have a... Interesting. So there's like a med kit type thing in the game. That's what I just grabbed. So now I have the option to heal myself outside of the medical station. Very nice. I'm sure I'll need it at some point. Although with my luck, I'd probably use it and turn the corner and know, hey, that was good.
I'm sensing great stupidity.
Just hold the platform.
Looks like a one-way trip.
Alright. That's one way to do it.
Headhunting.
I don't even think that's the guy that shot.
Keep an eye open for crop, comrade. Anything's better than those rations Morrow rolls out.
Bugs beneath my heel.
Just keeping him from getting climb up here.
Is neutralized.
Yeah, this is pretty cool so far. I mean, it's nothing really revolutionary or something that you haven't quite done before, but it's a nice new little skin to add to the genre of these co-op shooters. It's pretty cool.
Taking a shot.
Guys, follow me on my Instagram. I probably will try to have the scoop whenever they finally do actually come out and say they're gonna officially port this to Xbox. Oh, that's a whole bunch of enemies. Yeah, so guys, can you help me?
Lay it down, hate that shot again.
This is cool. Like, I really like it, but I'm definitely ready for something more powerful. Even if it's that burst, not a burst, that assault rifle. Had that crazy kick. I'd rather have like the assault weapon that these guys are using, like these laser assault rifles. Oh, guys. It's like, I don't know if I can stop him. He's coming at me pretty quick. Thanks, guys. That was a cool little encounter. Battle for the hallway.
Ammunition. Just what I needed.
Oh, it was a health station, which I don't even really feel like I need it, but hey, I got this med kit, so got some grenades in here. Yep, classic. Too bad I can't use grenades.
The pilot is a wild soul. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Long as she flies straight. I mean, she does fly straight, right? We don't have an abundance of alternatives.
Sprinting is so much nicer now that I don't have to hold it.
Come on, move it!
So we got like a holdout of sorts here, I'm sure. Probably getting close to the end of this map. Or the mission, I should say. Which, whoa. Wasn't expecting that, but I was gonna say since I'm expecting a bunch of enemies, I like to be a little bit more back to the wall. Yeah, I guess we'll fight in this corner. Seems like most of the enemies are kind of ignoring me for now. Gotta watch that little dog. I see it going back and forth. I don't know what this is. It's targeted. Yeah, that's part of what we gotta do. Alright, that's what we're doing. We're purging the growth. Alright.
Eliminating primary target! Be right with you! I'm down! I've got you! Soldiers healing! Minority 3-3! Incoming! Outside!
The bomber is no longer an issue. To caution!
Would have been a lot more useful, but
ammunition.
We're still
I foresaw this, you know.
Let me alone, foul beast! Here it's out, surprise, coming on! Shotgunner! Good shot! Kill shot inbound! Nearly! Useless carking gone! Can't miss, won't miss! Requesting Medicaid!
I called the war!
Lost you 220 combat stunts! Laugh this off!
This healing sibling.
The demon will be back. For now, this place is back to normal. Mastosi's inbound. Get moving.
Eliminating alpha target!
So the med kit's like a deployable. This guy's probably like, you knew. But we through and make sure to miss. Doesn't seem to heal as like permanent damage. This purple stuff. Alright, well, moving on, I guess. Can't take any advantage of the heals anymore, really. Because there's a wall of flame in my way, though. Well, I'll get to you when I can, bro. So it's like with a lot of these games, you have your extraction too. You complete your objective and then extract. So not every mission is everyone going to make it to the end. But hopefully I'll level up. I'll get something out of this. My first official mission completion in Darktide here. I only had one other person, shockingly, but it was the first mission. I might have been playing, maybe everyone else has moved on to higher difficulties, or everyone else is already tired of this game. I don't know. So I got a sword and an axe. That sword I might be able to illuminate like I was doing in the tutorial, so that would be ideal. Like make it and have that special attack or whatever. But you got your whole review. That might be a better pistol. It might be like a semi-auto pistol, which anything's better than the one I had in terms of rate of fire. Being summoned. Got another cutscene here apparently. I guess I'm initiated now.
Enemy resistance in the hive is chewing holes in the warband. We're losing trained veterans. And what do I get to replace them with? Dirtbag raw recruits like you. So here's a chance to impress me. You need to give us your best on every damn mission. You understand? I'll be watching you, Acolyte. What does your best look like?
Guess we'll find out, miss. Got a little achievement. Unlock the armory exchange. And I'm a level 2. So I can reach trust level 4, but let's go access the armory now. That's something I was waiting for. We've got, whatever this is.
Ahoy! I'm Commodore Hallowett, but you can call me my lady.
Oh, you got your shop here, so you can buy
mistress.
your various
and don't bother
packs,
telling me your name, my
cosmetics.
darling. Your sort don't last long, so I won't remember
There's
it.
featured. There's stuff for
Good
specific
customers,
classes.
though. That
so
is
obviously,
different.
I'd probably,
I might have
if
one
I
or
was
two
getting anything,
special
I'd be looking
items
at
for
Psyker.
you, if you got
Which
me
those are
willing.
some interesting things.
Straight
Maybe
on
some
the
Zealot
download,
stuff.
though, you
The Zealot's
understand.
pretty cool.
Oh, and don't tell
I like that
Radek.
hood actually.
Or do.
But that's that. You can buy a
You
little
survive a
in-game
bit,
or
maybe I'll
currency,
learn
you know,
your
with the
name.
real money. But here's the armory.
Ready to serve.
You can requisition weapons, acquire cosmetics. So let's check some of this out. I've got 2,280 gold coins or whatever, which I imagine you get more for completing missions and whatnot. But this is going to be important because I'm probably not going to put really any money into this game, but I'm definitely going to be playing enough to hopefully get some coins and have a fancier outfit by the time we do the next video. I do kind of like these basic little shirts that they have here, but that's not a lot. Looks like maybe in 58 minutes, maybe this stuff will change. There's another timer down there at the bottom. I don't have enough money for anything right now anyway, but there are weapon cosmetics. Change like your colors. I would imagine these cycle out too. There's not a timer on these though, but there do seem to be more skins, so let me let some more of them load. Nothing super snazzy, so let's go down to the bottom and see if there's anything down here that's like legendary looking. It's like a magnum. So we know there's a staff, a pistol, a magnum, a sort of an assault rifle, an axe, a broadsword, a regular sword, I know there's going to be different types of staffs that'll probably slightly tweak the spells I'll be using in the next video. Got some curved swords, probably like a basic rifle, I would imagine a shotgun. I'm hoping this is like an auto pistol, the one I just got. But then let's check out the requisitions. You can get other weapons. So here we go. So I need more trust level, but I would like an assault rifle of some kind. It's probably going to take the majority of the money I have. There is a sword. Oh, you can get a knife. So that's probably a quicker attack rate with slightly less damage than I would imagine, like a broadsword or the axe. But I think I might buy something with my second character just to help me get started with that. But now my goal is to reach trust level 4, which I was needing to get to 3 anyway to unlock some other things I was looking at. So, but I need to get to 4 really to progress the story or whatever anymore, I guess. And so now, yeah, you can see the missions have already kind of cycled out a little bit. So, like even the one that I did, I don't really see now, and it looks like this is all a bunch of different stuff. And you do have the option here, like I was mentioning earlier. I can make a private game. It just switches it, but I'm trying to do public, personally. And then, yeah, we got a little summary of all our objectives here. So to finish out this video, we will see more of this guy in the follow-up video, and hopefully I'll have more magic to show you guys. I won't be a total noob. But I'm going to go ahead and change my operative now, which is going to require me to create a new one, and I'm going to go with the Zealot, of course. So once you get through the prologue, whenever you load up the game, you're going to be hit with this screen, which is where you can see there's my main guy there, and I have the option to create a new operative. So I want a Zealot. I already know that. As far as the backstory, I don't want it to be exactly the same as my other guy. Not that I think it really makes a huge difference, but I kind of... You guys can read some of these, you know, if you play the game or you want to pause the screen on some of the planets, but you know, I'm still going to kind of skip through these, so I apologize. Just sort of going to kind of put less thought into this one. It might give me some slightly different options because I picked a different class, but some of these look familiar. We'll just say I was a militia lackey who saw the light. That sounds appealing. And my defining moment, what's the hunted? Amongst the gangs and guilds that dominate the hives, transgressions are often punished by blood debts, which must be fulfilled on pain of death. Those who attempt to flee their blood debts are pursued without mercy by gang enforcers or contract killers. So I was hunted. The voices is obviously hearing voices. And such messages are a source of inspiration, for they are perhaps a sign of blessed communication with the God Emperor. Or maybe a strange artifact. Yeah, I'm just going to do that because that sounds mysterious. It's a holy relic, but that doesn't stop the brisk trade. That's not as descriptive, but we're going to go with it. I'm going to be a female for this one. If you're trying to be like in a woo-looking type character in this game, you're not really going to have a lot of luck. Most of the characters are pretty grizzled looking. I'm not super worried about my appearance because I'm mainly going to be going for the clothing and the cosmetics. So again, I'm still going to be kind of lazy with my face, so forgive me. I'm kind of torn on this one. I guess I'll be a slightly older lady. With I don't know what kind of eye color. I'll have two solid eye colors for her, since my other character has one like blind eye. Blue eyes are always cool. Hairstyles, we still don't have a lot of hairstyles, so not really a whole lot to choose from here. So I'm just gonna grab one of the ones at the bottom here. Like almost like that one. That one's a little too plain. That one's kind of plain, but we're just going with it. And then the rest I'm just not too worried about. And I'm not very excited with the character customization. But now we get to hear the female voices, so...
Life without faith is mere existence beneath the all-consuming shadow of heresy.
This is simply unacceptable. I am a chosen emissary of the Master of Mankind.
Without hope, there is no purpose to revenge.
Yeah,
without
I think I like
justice.
The judge. So we're going with the judge. And then once again, you can pick your prison outfit. I do still like the green, but since I used the green before, I guess we'll go with the red. Yeah, the red. which is for disobedience to the Imperial authority. So yeah, we'll go with that. And then I have to create another name here. For this character, she's going to be more of like a melee fighter. I don't know. We'll let it randomize this one. We'll see what it gives me. Alright, I'm Lyari. That's kind of interesting. And you can skip the prologue, which is convenient because I've already played that and I wouldn't really want to repeat that in this video. So you get to skip the prologue, but you got to go through some of the same cutscenes. I just skipped right through them. Now you got to get to trust level 11 for this. Probably some like in-game rank missions or something. Looks like everything's pretty much still available. The only thing I'd still be curious about or whatever was like the blacksmith and whatnot, the armorer, which I thought was right here somewhere. So that may not be available. Oh, the armory. Oh, okay, it's right here. But I have to be trust level 2, so I can't actually equip myself with any assault rifle or whatever right off the bat like I was hoping, but we're still going to go ahead and do a mission. At least get a little bit of gameplay in as this character. I guess I'll go ahead and try to do this one this time. This is an assassination. The Chasm Station. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Matchmaking. Alright, here we are. So it looks like this time I'm getting an axe as well as an auto pistol. So this is what I think I just got for the other character too. So we'll get to see a little bit of gameplay of the various pistols in the game minus the revolver. I'll definitely have to have some heavier weapons in the next video as well as my skills, but we're going to be using stun grenades with her. And you can hold select to look at your review your objective. I'm trying to figure out what her little right bumper move is there. I forgot. I'll just have to test it out, I guess. I was seeing if there was a quick way to pull it up real quick and remind me. So we got a big bridge here. It's got like a weird fortress of a sort. It's interesting. Got some soldiers up here. I wonder if they would fire at any enemies that cross the bridge. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Probably won't spawn enemies until we run over this ramp or whatever here, though. It'll be a drop. That'd be too epic to have a little battle on this bridge. Yeah, there's some guys way over there. They're way back there. It looks like they got tanks even. Yeah, that would have been real helpful. Let's try out this axe. Let's see what my little ability does here. Run on these guys. Oh, it's a charge, that's right. So I charge at an enemy and I kind of stun the one I hit, as you guys saw. And then I think the way it works is the follow-up melee attack, the first follow-up melee attack I do after that little charge, does additional damage, if I recall. So yeah, that's kind of a cool little ability. It's kind of interesting that two of the characters both seem to have like a charge ability of sorts, but I prefer this class, and I won't be using the big guy a lot. So I guess I'll have to try the pistols. I think the pistols are really the axe a whole lot of damage right now. There we go. Yeah, that's a big issue with the sword, right? That's nice. Some charged attacks. Eventually.
Hurry! We must press on into darkness!
I do prefer this pistol definitely, because I always like my weapons with fire rate, but the accuracy starts to wear down a little bit at longer range, so the other pistol is better for long shots, which makes sense. I mean, what is this? Oh, I picked it up, couldn't see what it was. Alright. So we're trying to reach a market while also looking for these little grimoires. I guess it's like a side objective. Heard a big growl, so I can only assume that means a big
Alpha target!
Alpha target, yeah. They mentioned a hound, but I feel like it's going to be one of those tanks. There's the hound.
Charging thing!
Wish I could like at least pick up their weapons temporarily.
We will fight on regardless!
I believe you do get some flamethrowers of your own eventually, so if you like to burn hordes of zombie-type enemies, they got you covered. Just gotta unlock it. It is a slightly slower start to the game than I thought in terms of weapons and whatnot. but not horrible. What is that? I guess an explosive canister? It's a power cell? Yeah, I'll let him do his thing with that, because I'm not sure what that's for. If it's something we can, like a gas can we can throw and shoot at, or if it's something we use to, I don't know, charge something or whatever. It looks like it's something you would destroy, but I don't want to shoot it and be that guy. Like that obviously would be flammable, I'd imagine.
The hymns of the Morning Star's loud hailers are a blessed inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
make
get
it-
much larger than this.
Try to use it more efficiently
you
this
should see the
time.
Grand Danes mauled at Backer.
Bears the scars well.
Kind of like sneaking
Let's
through
just
some
hope they don't
sewers here,
split and
really.
spit us out into the void.
Not sure if I should drop down there or not. Looks like he did from another point, so I guess I will. He's still got his little healing cell thing there. And growls again.
I hope you're ready.
Stand ready.
Kinda ready. Try some stun grenades on some dudes. I don't know if they work on the big guys. Better to use on a larger group of enemies, I'd imagine.
Grenade! Emperor! Find my aim!
There we go. Looks like I'm just cutting down a tree. Oh, lots of flesh zombies.
Precision fire.
We got another group back here.
You have been judged!
Coming in.
Ammo! Just what I needed.
I think this character's aura is actually damage based too, so ironically both of the characters that I'm using are the ones that have the damage aura buff for teammates. I
Keep
think
your
the big
eyes open
guys,
for
or
anything
if I
worth
recall, is like
snaffling,
some
would
kind of
ya?
resistance
Waging
or health
holy
armor or
war
something
is
of that nature.
expensive. We should
And I
offset
don't
those costs
know
where
if
we
I
can.
remember what the sharpshooter's aura is. Might be critical rate or something, but I'm totally guessing on that one. What is this? Axe fire. Yeah, he's kind of like those heavier armored rats in Vermintide. He's kind of a regular grunt, but just takes a little bit more to down.
Lovely kill!
I like to switch to running with the axe. Kind of like plops it down in his hand. Alright. Not sure what this guy's doing.
Assault group's coming in!
That guy was just not chilling.
Kill shot inbound!
Just ran right through me.
Texas! Something!
Your end is nigh!
Poison gas. Where'd he's gonna go? Yeah, that's kind of a cool little combo. Do some stun grenades, do a little dash attack.
Got me some ammo! At last!
I feel like since this character has
Your weapon works better when loaded.
ways to complement the damage and then also has like the stun grenades and stuff, it's actually a class where a heavy melee weapon might be pretty viable. Set enemies up for a lot of hard hits. Which I normally like to use quicker weapons as opposed to heavier hitting weapons, but I can appreciate like a build like that. What the heck is this guy doing? So this door doesn't seem like we can go through that.
Time to get cozy with each other. Group up!
Okay, so I think the whole time we just needed to group up in this corridor and we were just goofing around. Well, now you guys know at least, you don't have to make the same mistake we just did. got a health station here, a little big old chest, some ammo. Really nothing I need. I could have used some grenades, I guess. But nothing in that one.
Heel here, soldier.
Don't have the range. Pick some. See, I want that one. I can get that one. I like that little red sword.
Reloading.
The Ranger is delivered to judgment.
I think we got another player now. Psyker, actually. Well, that's cool. We got 3 players out of 4. Someone just gave me ammo. Yeah, some guys over there.
Sighting in.
Whoa. That hurt. Wouldn't mind a weapon like that either.
Time to reload, veteran.
Alright, splicing into the console here. Or this person's gonna. Interesting device right there.
Data inbound. Continue. Defend.
Next time.
There is no forgiveness!
Interrogator refuses to work. Recommence.
Throwing grenade.
Uh-oh.
Skillful work, veteran!
I've got it where it counts.
Here we go. There you go. That was interesting. Scenario. Probably gets pretty stressful if I was surrounded by more enemies. These guys probably won't do that.
Guide my hand! We need the data interrogator working!
Bastion 220 combat stunts.
The beneficent Emperor has guided our hand this day!
Let someone else take that one, I guess. The cover.
As you were. Can you not even manage a simple task? Try again.
I see the explicator has dispensed with courtesy for the sake of brevity.
Not exactly friendly, is she? Who is around here?
Let her be judged according to her deeds.
You have successfully reconnected. Now we need action.
You have access. Now redirecting the train is as simple as pushing a button.
I pray that when they come, our deaths are favorable in the beneficent Emperor's sight.
Okay. Heading to the Chasm Station.
It's almost going to hell.
Resources we find on this one.
Sure the trains run on time.
Need grenades. Hey, there we go. I guess I'll grab some ammo.
Very
Or
well,
whatever that was.
but I
Seemed like it was
cannot
ammo.
promise to do it with any skill.
Okay. Probably got another objective here, and then we'll be trying to extract, I imagine. I haven't assassinated or targeted over yet. Yeah, so look at all these guys. They all got the cool red rifle.
Bloody barrel!
The machine pistol's alright, though. But I just feel like for all these hordes, I need more than a sidearm, you know?
cover! Chasm Terminus! We are almost there!
That'll do it. So we got a train station of sorts down
will
here.
not find us lacking.
Doesn't seem like there's really much down here in this station, though. Probably continuing in this direction, maybe? Yeah, it looks that way to me. Grimoire. Oh, that replaces the med kit. I guess I can tag it to someone else.
You will have to fight your way to the platform.
There's another player.
Ammunition!
Already went ahead. Someone take the
Medipack!
thing. Well, I don't think I'll need the med kit, really. It's really not anything. Someone dropped one right there, apparently. Push up this little hole in the wall. We're getting attacked from behind.
Good bit of slaughter gets the corpuscles moving.
Okay, that settled down quicker than I thought it was going to. This is kind of a cool mission. I sort of like this one, I think, better than the first one. Visuals of the first one were cool, but I think so far the mission itself.
Size isn't everything.
I
like see his heart and stuff.
I have questions regarding the diligence of our pilot.
Drop jockeys are all the same. Reckon they're the Emperor's gift to us dirt pounders.
We are safe in the Emperor's hands.
This looks like an area
even
to
if the
fight
pilot
some
seems
boss or assassinate somebody.
unpredictable.
Lovely. A grenade.
So we're just scavenging for loot at this point.
Grenade.
Sea pilgrims.
This really
our
was like a full city
righteousness
at
has
some
been
point, wasn't it?
rewarded.
Hey,
That
hang
sounds
on.
fun.
Hang on. Don't wondering that's anything. Oh, look who's talking. See now you've been carrying on.
Smack your way through.
Engaging critical
Missed. I missed that one, that's just gonna be sad. It's like this little
Beneficent
tiny train
Emperor,
car.
guys your hand!
Watch this on the other side of the station.
Alright.
Loud carking time.
Wasted that, but I will.
Run to the Emperor's mercy! Cleanse this place, one mutant at a time! beneficent and bless this holy work.
Wait for the grinder!
We're on the other side now.
Bastion 220 combat slots!
Just sit back and enjoy the screen.
I need but a little healing.
Hello!
Ammunition!
Big
In the
Mute
very
is
nick
dead!
of time!
Shocking things
Medicating
die!
station!
Guess we could all probably use a little bit of that. Guess it only has like 3 or 4 uses, so. We're all gathered up, let's do this. Deadline platform. Alright, so we got our boss character. So that's interesting. We got an actual like boss, not just a tank. I don't think Vermintide really. Well, no, Vermintide had a couple bosses. Oh, he's got a shield. He hits pretty hard. Well, first time going down, so it's an experience, I guess. So the other person, like, died. Oh, I was wondering. So we've encountered another bug of sorts. That bot won't be able to last. So it'll be a question of if he can kill that guy from within the wall or not. But then even if he could, if there's no one to move on, I need that bot to grab me and somehow stay alive. no, they got him, killed him in the wall, so he's dead. Yeah, as you saw in the last little scene there, you can rescue another player. It was all tied up, so if we were to progress past that area where we were in, we would go move into another room or so and be able to rescue that player that died before me and bring them back into the fight, just like Vermintide. Wasn't expecting to lose that one, but I think it's still got to see what happens when you lose. You get a little death scene. You can save other players and whatnot, so I guess that's kind of an important little mechanic to show off. But that's about it for this video. We're going to end it on a low note since I just got wrecked, but that was kind of a boss. After we beat him, it probably would have just been rescuing that other player and extracting, so there's definitely going to be a follow-up video to this, guys. Definitely look out for that. We're going to have more advanced gameplay, hopefully, of at least the Psyker and probably the Zealot too, depending on how much more I grind the game, because it is going to be a little bit of a grind. But make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. As always, that helps me out a lot, and I thank you guys for watching. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. There'll be at least one more Darktide video, maybe some clips, we'll see. But as I mentioned earlier, I got a lot of different games coming at you guys, so keep an eye out for all kinds of content. And hopefully I'll see you in the next Darktide video as well. And thanks for watching, guys. As always, I will catch you in the next one.